Hi, welcome back. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So let's just do a check-in. I know that this is our last time meeting, so congratulations to that, but let's check in like we were. So how was your week?
Good, good. It wasn't too eventful, kind of just mild for the most part, not a lot going on, which was pretty nice.
Good. And were you able to get the opportunity to implement the coping strategies that we had talked about?
Yes, yeah, I was able to utilize them and kind of gather a better understanding of kind of what I need and everything. So it was pretty nice to use those coping mechanisms just to kind of help me through if I had any anxiety or stress that was coming up. So I think it was very helpful. Um, just kind of taking that mindfulness approach, making sure I'm just kind of focusing on the moment and everything.
Wonderful. And has that been helpful for you through your day-to-day interactions with people and rebuilding those relationships?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the mindfulness also helped like taking a step back and like realizing their point of views of everything and making sure like I understand where they're coming from, not just assuming like, oh, you guys should have just accepted me back because I left. So kind of that mindfulness was very helpful.
Wonderful. So I know when we started this journey, your goal was to really just kind of navigate things. You were feeling anxious and a little depressed. And so how would you say that you're feeling now?
I'm feeling a lot better. I think the coping mechanisms and kind of being able to talk to someone was really helpful. Kind of working through that, leaving the relationship and everything. I think it was very helpful.
Wonderful. I do see the progress in you, and your ability to self-reflect and implement new skills. And so I think that you have done a great job, and have been really successful through our sessions.
Thank you. I think honestly these sessions have been very helpful in um figuring out what to do next as an individual rather than in a relationship. I think it was very helpful utilizing those mindfulness and coping mechanisms and being able to meet with you every other week or so. It was just very helpful, I think, and kind of having that validated is really awesome to feel like I've kind of
Great,
completed something.
great. So I want to transition a little bit. With us ending our sessions, um, what's next for you? Do you have anything in mind?
Um, I don't have like anything in mind necessarily. I'm definitely going to be alone for a little while, kind of
Okay,
navigate with my own things with that. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna try like seeing who I am as an individual rather than with somebody because it seems like I've always been with somebody, so it's very nice like to kind of find myself as an individual.
great. Have you put any thought into what it'll look like on you finding yourself? Anything that you want to engage in? Any activities that you want to do?
Um, Definitely want to engage more in like kind of self-care stuff like I kind of said before that wasn't really a priority of mine. So maybe just utilizing more of that, getting out of my comfort zone, doing more activities that kind of get me out of my comfort zone. Um and just utilizing the people as supports as much as possible instead of just kind of isolating myself like I was.
Great. That sounds awesome. Um, and have you put any thought into an action plan if we do start to kind of backtrack and slip into some of those feelings of anxiety and depression?
I think I'm gonna use the coping mechanisms that we talked about. Definitely, I know that this is always an option to return to. I just don't think I really need it any further right now, but I always know I can revisit it in the future if I needed to. Um, but definitely, I think this was very helpful, and I think I've really progressed in this, and I think that I feel confident with terminating the services, and I think if I need to come back to it, I can always utilize this again if this is something that I truly think I need again.
Great. I think that's a great plan. And I think that potentially exploring different coping skills on your own, and really utilizing that self-care will um, help you stay grounded and continue to reach for your goals that you have established. And like you said, we're always here if this is something that you need in the future. If another life event arises and you might need that a little additional support, there's also other options. There's crisis interventions if something were to occur that you need that support. There's support groups. And there's also a lot of online services that can assist you if you do run into any obstacles in your future.
Perfect. Yeah. Definitely I think I can utilize them because I think I'll the online services would be very helpful too because they seem a little bit easily accessible. So I think I might try some of those. And I've heard of Crisis before. We always got the cards and everything. Um, but yeah, but I think I'm doing really good right now. And I think for right now, everything's going pretty well. So hopefully everything kind of follows track with those utilizing
I
the
would
coping
agree.
mechanisms.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you've done a fantastic job. You've grown as an individual, you've learned new skills, and I see a very promising future for you.
Perfect. Well, thank you. I'm very excited to see how everything goes.
That sounds great. So, on that note, I would like to end our session and just a reminder, um, you got this, and there's resources if you do need any assistance in the future, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.